Hey guys, it's me, Melanie, with Ecstatic Hearts for another episode of Learning a Little Taste of Tantra. This week we're discussing chakra balancing and clearing, and I'll give you a little hint of what there is about chakras. There's lots around chakras, and we're just going to go over the teensiest bit and give you a few exercises that you can do to balance and open your chakras. All right, so we're going to start with a nice grounding Aum. And the Aum is the feminine sound of creation, a goddess sound that connects us to Earth. Hey Keith, good to see you. And the Aum helps to join our hearts with the Ah, our sex with the Oo, and our mind and spirit with the So we do one sound, one breath, combining all three sounds. And just go at your own pace and listen to your own intuition, your own body as to what feels right to you. And as far as the tones go, you're just really focusing on finding the tones that vibrate with your body. So you want to pay attention to how your body feels, feeling the vibrations of the tone in each part of your body, the ah in the heart, ooh in the sex, in the head. All right, so we'll do it 3 times. Taking a deep breath. And notice how you're feeling. Noticing any sensations in your body, any thoughts or feelings you're experiencing. I personally always feel more grounded, calm, relaxed, and tingling and vibrating afterwards. All right, so today is about chakras, and so let's get started. And feel free to ask any questions that I might be able to help you with along the way. One of the first things I like to tell people whenever we're going through chakras is one of the things that really helps with chakras is toning, so making sound. Like the Aum, that was a toning practice of making sounds and feeling those sounds in your bodies. And for chakra toning, over the different cultures, different practices, different systems use various sounds for the same chakras. There's multiple sound systems out there. The one that I like to use, I found this sound system and it really resonates well with me. And one of the things I really like about it is it corresponds really well to words. So like the sounds we use in words. And it corresponds really well to mantras. So whenever I'm toning mantras, I can really feel the sounds of the mantras in my body resonating with the different chakra points. So that's one of the reasons why I really like the system I chose. And I'm just going to get started today with a practice, and then we'll go into more discussion afterwards. So let's start with the chakra clearing practice that I love. It requires everybody to stand up. Maybe we can get this moved back some. Can you move it back? All right. Get a little bit of my light in there, but that's okay. There we go. Got things figured out. All right, so we start with shaking our hand, our right hand over our head. So take a moment, see how you're feeling. Take your right hand, shake it over the top of your head. Just like that. chakra. Now, shake it in front of your forehead and intone the sound Moving to the throat and toning the sound E. Moving to the heart and toning the sound Ah. Moving to the stomach and toning the sound O. Moving to the sacs and toning the sound oo. And then shaking around back and toning the sound ooh. All right. So take a moment and notice how that feels in your body. For me, I feel big on the right side, and I feel like a little imbalanced, like I'm heavier on the right. Lots of tingling and buzzing in my hands. Warmth on the right side more. All right, so let's start and do that again with the left side and get us balanced out. Shaking the left hand over your head, over the crown chakra. Now the right hand over the left hand over the forehead. Left hand over the throat. Over the heart. Over the solar plexus. Ooh, oh. Over the sex. Ooh. Over your root, your booty. Just notice how you're feeling now. I know I'm feeling a lot more balanced, a lot of energy on the left and the right side. I feel like my hands are really big and expanded, and I'm feeling a lot more relaxed than I was a moment ago. All right. Bring this back in. So now we'll get into discussing a bit more about what just happened. So what we just did was a chakra clearing, which also kind of helps to clear our aura at the same time. The aura is the energy field that surrounds our bodies, and chakras are seen as energy centers in our bodies. They're visualized as wheels of energy that are moving from one point of our body to the next, kind of keeping the energy flow moving in our bodies. And a lot of different, especially Eastern practices, really talk about chakras and utilize chakras and focus on balancing them and whatnot. Tantra is an Eastern practice, so no surprise there. And let's just get into talking about the various chakra points. So the first chakra is actually our root chakra, and it occurs at the place where we sit down, where we connect to the earth when we're sitting, our root. And specifically on us ladies, it's up inside our yonis and on the back wall about an inch in. Or you can access the root from coming up from the anus up inside and forward against the wall about an inch in. And on men, it's forward up the anus and an inch in, and that's where your prostate is. Your prostate is your root. And so it's like up inside, just a little bit in the center of our bodies. And when you're doing pelvic floor practices, you can actually feel contracting and relaxing at the root. But we're not going to get into that today. The first chakra is called our root chakra in English. And in Sanskrit, it is called the Mooladhara chakra. I usually like to stick with English, keeping it easy and simple for people to keep up with and understand. The first chakra deals with our sense of security and our sense of survival. So a person with a healthy, balanced first chakra has no problems making it into this world. We've got that down. Making money comes easy. Taking care of our basic needs, food, shelter, clothing, things like that, that's easy. Whenever you're out of balance, you're still like struggling. You're like in struggle, survival mode, trying to keep it together, trying to take care of yourself from week in, week out, month in, month out. Our root chakra is called our root because it's connecting us to the earth. It's our most grounding chakra. So it's like we need a really healthy root chakra and root to connect us into the earth. So like a tree, we've got roots so we can spread up nice and tall, but we can only grow as tall and as high and spread out as deep and well-developed that our roots are. And the root is also concerned with our primal energy and our primal natures. So one of the things that having sex at this level of our root chakra is instinctual, it's primal, and can be sex for reproducing and reproduction. And the root is the survival of the species, and it's also associated with our sense of smell. So there you go. The color for the root chakra is red, and the sound for the root chakra that we use is that deep, guttural and I know I always get a kick out of my root chakra whenever I make that sound. I'm like, woo, just shooting on up there. All right. So any questions about the root chakra so far? All right, moving on up. Moving on up to our second chakra, which is our sex chakra, also known as our pleasure chakra, our center for manifestation. And it is also called the Swadhisthana chakra. And the color for our second chakra is orange. So our second chakra, again, is a super powerful chakra for us. It's concerned with, it's where our ovaries are, where our testes are. It's how we experience the pleasure of life, how we experience creating our life, how we experience manifesting and magnetizing our desires for this world. And it's also the spot where we store our unconscious emotional memories. It's also the spot where we store our primal experiences from this life. And it's here where our sense of ego and sense of self arises. Our sense of taste comes from our second chakra. And I like to talk about it being the center for pleasure. It can also be a center for pain. So it's kind of both. And yeah, our sex chakra is our most powerful energy that we can tap into. And that's why Tantra is so awesome, is we use this sexual energy a lot and really tap into it and draw it up to the rest of our bodies. Let me see, anything else to say? All right. And so the sound of the sex chakra is the ooh. Ooh. All right. So moving on up to our third chakra. Our third chakra is our solar plexus chakra. And this chakra is above the belly button. And it is our power chakra. So this is the chakra that is concerned with our sense of confidence, our sense of power and empowerment. And quite literally, it's the center of power on our body, and that it is our body's center. So if you've ever engaged in dancing before, especially social dancing, you'll know that you really have to keep a strong core and a strong center, because all of your connection comes from the center point of your body, where your solar plexus is. And it's the strong core that keeps us all together and aligned and stores our power. And let me see, anything else to talk about there? The third chakra is concerned with our digestion. Its element is fire. And yeah, the sound is O. So O. And the color is yellow. All right. And the third chakra name, if I haven't mentioned already, is also Manipura. All right, so moving on up to our fourth chakra, our heart chakra. This one is also called the Anahata chakra. And the Anahata chakra is concerned with our sense of love and healing. So I've heard from people that we've got two heart chakras, actually, kind of like a lower heart and then an upper heart. And that's why we have two colors associated with it. Green for healing, pink for love. And it's the center where our unconditional love comes from, as well as our ability to heal people. So whenever we're doing our Tantra practice and we're doing healing and blessings, we're sending energy out our heart chakra with the sound of ah. And that's how we're also sending out healing, loving, blessing energy. Let me see, anything else? Well, there's lots else to all of these, but this is a short call. All right, so moving on up to our throat chakra. The throat chakra is our center for self-expression. So here is where we have the ability to express ourselves, to be heard, to speak our truth. And the throat chakra's color is blue, and it is also, the sound is E. So it's like E. And whenever your throat is shut down, you probably aren't speaking very loud. You probably are quiet. You probably have a hard time with this practice of making any of these sounds. I notice whenever I have students and they can hardly make any sounds, usually because they have a block right here that's keeping them from making sound, keeping them from being heard, keeping them from being expressed, expressing your boundaries, expressing your truth, asking for what you want, asking for your desires. So having a nice balanced and open throat chakra is so incredibly important. And it can take a lot of work to get there. It can take a lot of opening up and moving through blocks to be able to open up the throat chakra. And one of the practices that we always tell people that's really fun and easy to do or helping to open up your energy channels in your body during lovemaking is to make sound and to be expressive and to be loud during lovemaking. Because when you're loud and expressive and making sound, that's when your energy is allowed to flow up and through. And as long as you're making sound, the energy continues to flow. And so this is especially good when you're on the verge of achieving orgasm or you are having orgasms. It's just to open up and to make sound with it. And that's when, as long as you're making sound, that orgasmic energy is going to continue flowing through your body. And it's most likely going to flow in an expanded manner through your body, coming up and through your whole body. So that's one special tip for you when you practice at home. Practice making sound. And it doesn't have to be super loud or screaming sound. Scott loves to scream. It's like orgasm bomb going off. But it can be something lower and simpler too. It can be something like, I like to start off with humming. Like humming just kind of opens up that throat center and get the juices flowing, get the energy moving all the way up. So for me, it sounds like this. And I could keep going with that, but I won't, so we can continue. But that just gives you a sample. And whenever you get used to making sound, your body hears that sound, you're like, I know what that sound means. That's my orgasm sound. That's a sound that something is going on right. And it's like the Pavlovian response. Once you make sounds during orgasm and you connect sound with orgasm, all you gotta do is make that sound again. Your body's like, I know what that means. It's orgasm time. So it's a great way of helping to help not only yourself, but also help your partner get in sync with what's going on, understand your feedback, be able to be in tune with you. All right, so moving on up to the third eye chakra. This chakra right here is our third eye chakra, also known as the Ajna chakra, and its color is purple, and the sound for it is And the third eye chakra is our center for psychic abilities. And it's also our center for intuition, our center for wisdom, and our center for intellect. So it's kind of all of those things wrapped up together. One of the great things is when you start practicing Tantra or any of these other practices that are spiritual in nature, especially with the Cobra Breath series that we teach, it brings energy up to your third eye, helping to awaken the third eye, helping to open up your pineal gland, and you start noticing your psychic abilities more and noticing and listening to them. It's also where we receive messages from the divine, from source, and you receive these things through meditation, through awakening your body, through listening to all these different points on your body, through just becoming more in tune with what's going on. And everybody has psychic capabilities, and you just might not believe it or be open to it. And the more that you do these practices and the more open that you are to them, the more you'll start noticing what your abilities are, and it's amazing. For me, mostly I just get just improved intuition, and then I'll get psychic hits. And whenever I'm meditating, I'll start just getting this knowingness of something being right, and just having like the whole world just like open up and supporting me in that. And so it can be really powerful. It also just helps whenever you're balanced all the way through, it all works in harmony and works really well together. And it just starts opening up your creativity and your ability to create in this world and manifest what you want. So that's the third eye chakra. And then moving on up to our crown chakra, which is above our heads, kind of up here. We've also kind of got a crown spot back here at the mouth of God. And those are points of our direct energetic connection to cosmic divine energy. So like Shiva energy and whatnot. And it doesn't matter what you believe as far as what the divine is, that's your direct energetic connection to it, kind of like a halo. And we don't use a sound for that in our system. And the color for it is white. It's all the colors. But you can sit in quiet meditation at that chakra if you like. All right. So now that we've gone through all the different chakras, I'm going to give you one more chakra practice. And this is our chakra meditation, which I absolutely love. And you can do this by yourself, and you can do it with a partner. So for all of you who are there by yourselves, we'll start off doing it solo, and then I'll show you some different ways that you can connect with your partner to do it as a partner practice. All right, with this meditation, again, I like to start at the top and work our way down. So we kind of did it with the handshaking clearing earlier, and this one I like to do 3 sounds per chakra, so like 3 breaths. So we'll do 3 breaths per chakra doing each tone, okay? So we start here at the third eye, and we intone the sound All right, taking a deep breath. The color here is purple. Moving on to the throat, the color's blue, the sound is E. To the heart, the sound is Ah, the colors pink and green. Moving down to the solar plexus, the sound is O, the color's yellow. You can also do the meow mantra, which combines them all together like this. Meow. Kind of gets the energy moving. All right. So one quick thing before we wrap up. So you've now learned it to do yourself, and you can do this practice with a partner sitting in Yab Yum position or lotus pose, which means one person sits on top of the other person's lap and you're nice and close and aligned with each other. You can also do it through hugging. So sometimes hugging might be an easier position for you to do, and you can hug while making these sounds together. It'll help to resonate and harmonize the two of you, your energies, and your chakras. So it's a really lovely practice. So that's all for now. If y'all would like to learn more and dive deeper into balancing and opening your chakras, come join us for some workshops and classes in person with Ecstatic Hearts. And we're bringing out some of our new teachers, Janet and Sasha Lesson, in the last weekend of October for an all chakra tantra, and learn about all chakra yoga and some other techniques to open and balance those chakras. It's great seeing you guys. Bye-bye.